Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Netic, Ricard Lusov, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriars are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me? Really? Well, then I assure you, on my reputation, I had nothing to do with the killing. I will help you with the case as best I can, though. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Ricard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here. Well, I was out hunting Irias when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Kupa che kupa? Gino mulera kempaija kislimu poduama? Lunga di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunkimba nunutek. Tukning chatukunne mulerabes. Takunjus takniki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Ogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Amule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes. Jeda badwana nidi bobo. Tong na bungsha ninunya. Tong patukashmak talea. Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Tolpa da bonkwale o gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Onga kumbis chang ba mulera. Muchashat pakat. Kie no namapaole rachikun. Akupa che kupa. Gino mulera kempaija. Kislimu poduama. Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Onga kumbistan ba mulera, ta kunjus takniki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank, wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Mule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mulera bes. Kachikun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podonar liodunga ku hunkabe. Mucho shat parkant. Kieno no nama paule rachikun.
Is there any other information you need? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettick and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need? According to the municipal authorities near the Garang spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettick about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Irias are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. He slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be of further assistance? Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you want to know? Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right. So, what do you want to know? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? You should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So, what do you want to know? I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some areas. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot and pow, went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Iriaz was gone. Now I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now? Ah, so, what do you want to know? You Jedi are so predictable, always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy. Right.
Hakupa Chekopa? Gino Mulera Kempaija, Slimapo Duama? Runda Digo Dunga Kun Hunkabi. Wana Kun Bez Ching Palamule, Tunking Ba Nunodek, Tukning Chatukune, Mulerabes, Kachikun Ita Hodonga, Iking Kuno Pa Mulera Chikun. Slimo Podona, Rundi Hodunga Kun Hunkabe, Runda Digo Dunga Kun Hunkabi. Wana Kun Bez Ching Palamule, Tunking Ba Nunodek, Tukning Chatukune, Mulerabes. Takunjus Tahmiki Grabulmogo, Kachichu Ita Bodunga, Tolbabank, Waleo Ganda Naru Chuchut. Mogesha Ponka Bolawana Chikne. Bamule Slimo Podadara Nanga Kumbis Mulerabes.
Is there any other information you need? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettick and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need? According to the municipal authorities near the Garang spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettick about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
How can I be of further assistance? I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there. Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say. Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. How can I be of further assistance? Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. I hope you don't find that incriminating. You know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Nettick, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife. Right under my nose, no less.
Well, if you can't keep her, it's your own fault.
But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Hakupa Chekopa? Gino Mulera Kempaija, Slimapo Duama? Lunda dijo donga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukun ne mulerabes. Ka chikun ita donga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundio donga ku honkabe. Lunda dijo donga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukun ne mulerabes. Akupa Chekupa? Gino Mulera Kempaija, Slimo Podwama? Takunjus Takmiki Grabulmogo, Kachichu Ita Bodunga, Tolbabank, Wale Oganda Naru Chuchut, Mogasha Ponka, Bolawana Chipe, Amule Slimo Podadara Nanga Kumbis. Mulerabes. Kachikun ita donga. Ikinkuno pa mulerachikun. Slimo podona rundio dunga ku hunkabe. Muchashat pakat. Kiyeno no namapaole rachikun.
Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous calf hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Ichanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. So, what do you want to know? Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous calf hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Is there any other information you need? I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need? I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon. Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Akupa Chekopa? Gino Mulera Kimpaija, Slimapoduama? Akupa Chekopa? Gino Mulera Kimpaija, Slimapoduama?
Runda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Simo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe.
Muchashat Pakat. Kieno no Namapaole Rachikun.
Is there any other information you need? I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Akupa Chekopa? Gino Mulera Kimpaija, Slimapoduama?
Tong abong siya umina. Wanga kumbis keng balemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idadwana. Kapabol pa muji gumana. Runda diho tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes.
Akupa Chekopa? Gino Mulera Kimpaija, Slimapoduama?
Runda diho tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jedabadawana Nidibobo. Tong Nabungsha Nununya. Tong Patukashmak Telea. Takung just Miki Grabelmogo. Kachichu Itabo Dunga. Tolbabank. Wale Oganda Naru Chuchut. Mogasha Ponka Bolawana Chikne. Amule Slimo Podadara Nanga Kumbis Mulerabes.
Runda diho tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Tong abong siya umina. Wanga kun bez keng balemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idadwana. Kapabol pa muji gumana.
Takung just Miki Grabelmogo. Kachichu Itabo Dunga. Tolbabank. Wale Oganda Naru Chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Mule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes.
Kachikun itahodonga. Ikinkuno pa mulerachikun. Slimo podona hundihodunga ku hunkabe. Runda dihodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes.
Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonqualea gandonan chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Onga kumbis-chan ba mulera.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
Takunjas takmiki grabulmogo. Kachi chu ita bodunga. Dolpa blank. Waleo ganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Mule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes.
Kachikun itahodonga. Ikinkuno pa mulerachikun. Slimo podona hundihodunga ku hunkabe.
Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonqualea gandonan chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Onga kumbis-chan ba mulera.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Achuta. Onga kumbis dolpi kikuyana. Tong patugas maktelea.
Holding out on us again. If you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead. Anything!
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
How'd you like that? You asked for this!
What?
Yeah?
Ah, so this is the meddler. You have caused us far too much trouble for a mere Jedi. I will add your head to those of the other Jedi I have killed, and take yet another lightsaber for my own. Now you will know why the Mandalorians are feared.
Yes?
Time to rumble!
Fine.
You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, didn't you? We may have faced each other in combat. What battles were you in?
I try not to think about my past battles too much. The horrors of war are something I'd rather not relive.
The horrors of war? My people know only the glory of battle. I'm disappointed in you, Karth. I thought a warrior like you would understand.
I'm not a warrior, I'm a soldier. There's a difference. Warriors attack and conquer, they prey on the weak. Soldiers defend and protect the innocent. Mostly from warriors.
Nice speech. I bet you tell yourself that every night so you can sleep. But I accept who and what I am. I don't have to justify it with words. Victory in battle is my justification.
Justification through victory. So what happens when you lose? You know, like you did against us.
You had us outnumbered 5-1. You had more ships, more troops, more supplies, and the Jedi on your side. And we still made the Republic tremble before we fell.
Nice speech. I bet you tell yourself that every night so you can sleep. I don't want to talk about this anymore, Canderous. The war is over. You lost. Let's go!
Ucua penki, tali tuamaji, human acting ikatune, chi itakanki, chana kilikon, chiwak itakanki. Baba Hassan Shan, Noba Mulira kilai kuka. Ucua penki, tali tuamaji, human acting. Chiwak itakan kichana jupornibo. Kun muli ras nimo poiwanga, tali tuamaji, human acting ikatune.
My droid is still missing. I can feel him like a hole in my aching heart. My droid? Destroyed? No. No, this cannot be happening. I can't bear to live without him.
Have you found the Mandalorian raiders yet? Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you. What? I did not think the Jedi were so greedy. You seem almost Mandalorian. I thank you for what you have done for me, but I have nothing else to give. The Council will hear of your deeds. And your greed.
That was totally uncalled for.
Ubapatu Kochi, Tom Nongbong Chang Nung Yang, Tom Katok Smaktelia. La Boda Ni Winky Smaktoma, Wanakun Bes Chingpa Marulira, Tok Chingbang Non Kek, Tok Ninja Mira Rabes.
It is good sometimes to stop and reflect on the beauty of nature and the Force. How go your studies, my young friend? Is there something I can help you with? Indeed. What is it you would like from me? Very well. Is there something else I can help you with? Very well. What is it you wish to know? Mandalorian raiders, yes. They have been preying on the settlers in the surrounding farms, stealing food, money, weapons. John was hit really hard recently. He lost his daughter.
Your republics are too weak. You should protect what you want to keep. Otherwise, someone stronger will take it.
Perhaps. But not everyone in the galaxy is a warrior like you. They were not a problem before, but now it would seem prudent to be rid of them. If you could accomplish this, it would not harm your training, and the settlers would greatly appreciate it. John is currently waiting to petition the Council. He is on the path north of here. He might be able to tell you more about what had happened. Can I help with anything else? I hope your time is well spent here on Dantooine.
The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you.
Greetings, young apprentice. Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it, or so they say. As chronicler of the Academy here on Dantooine, I find your quest for knowledge admirable, but I do not want to overwhelm you with the long history of the Jedi Order. You should ponder the history of Revan. It contains many lessons you may need if we hope to defeat Malak and the Sith. May the Force be with you.
What do you want?
Now, Samt, don't be so rude. If it wasn't for this young Jedi, we wouldn't have met. I took the loss of my droid much too hard. I feel I must apologize. Unfortunately, I have none to give. Otherwise, I would. But I still feel I must explain myself. I suppose I came across a little odd. I was much too attached to my droid. It was all that was left of my husband, you see. Maybe I thought that through the droid, my husband could live again, be with me still. But I went too far. I could not see what was missing in living a normal life. Fortunately, in my grief, I returned here and ran into Samt, an absolutely fascinating man. Samt and I got to talking, and, well, we have a lot in common. I think we'll be seeing more of each other. It's funny how things work out in the end. Maybe there is such a thing as fate, after all. But I think we should be going now. We have so much more to talk about. I just wanted to thank you for what you've done for me, and what you tried to do. Goodbye, and thank you.
That'll show you.
I do not know what to do, now that I have caused such suffering to my master and those around me. She knew I would be headstrong, but she also thought I would adhere to the light. Instead, I betrayed her trust and fell prey to my own inner darkness. It was I who hurt her. I who killed her. Her suffering is my fault alone. Leave me to my pain. I do not know what to do, now that I have caused such suffering to my master and those around me. I only wish things could have been different. If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. How can the council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable. I should convince them that I am truly repentant, that I am willing to forsake the dark side. And maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I have done? I thank you, Master Jedi. I will return to the council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I am once again welcome within the Jedi Order. I have spoken to the Council, and they have helped me see the truth. The truth about myself, and the truth of my actions. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quatra wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall from the path of light. Quatra's methods may seem strange, but I trust her wisdom. This lesson has been difficult, but I am better because of it. Humility is never easy to teach, but now I truly understand my own limitations.
You can't expect to get everything handed to you on a silver platter.
After our last battle, Quatra had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide. You. Back to the light. When I left, Quatra knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial. The Council now feels I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here for the time being.
First the Jedi trick you into becoming an enemy, then they welcome you back as a friend. I can't say I approve of their training methods.
Giving you a second chance like this is a clear sign of weakness. Sometimes I find it hard to believe the Jedi could defeat my people in battle.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force and the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever is to come.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training, and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our Order.
Greetings, young Padawan. Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it, or so they say. As chronicler of the Academy here on Dantooine, I find your quest for knowledge admirable, but I do not want to overwhelm you with the long history of the Jedi Order. You should ponder the history of Revan. It contains many lessons you may need if we hope to defeat Malak and the Sith. Your confidence is admirable, but you must guard against pride and arrogance. These lead to the dark side. Revan's tale shows us how even the greatest of Jedi can fall to the dark side. You must always be on guard against the evil that dwells within you. Think hard upon this lesson. May the Force be with you.
It is good to see Juhani has returned to the way of the light. You are to be commended for your role in this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Bastila shared. When we heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malak may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malak were looking for. We do not know. That is one of the things you must investigate. We fear the worst. Is there anything else you want to know? Bastila will be a great Jedi someday. Even among the Masters and the Council, it is rare to find one so skilled in the art of battle meditation. Bastila was there when Revan was slain. Did you know that? Bastila herself does not like to talk about it. She was accompanying the strike team that confronted Revan when the Dark Lord was destroyed. Her role in the death of such a promising young Jedi as Revan upset her greatly. But Bastila knew she had to set her personal feelings aside for the sake of the galaxy and the Republic. The Force is strong with her now, and without her skill in battle meditation,